Hi, so I'm just going to run over a quick instructional lesson for how to use the Mountain Pygmy Possum on the Edge GIS viewer. As you can see here, there's several sites of study that you'll be addressing by completing this GIS task. Now, just so you're aware, you probably have read a little bit of background information about the pygmy possum, and you would know by this stage that they're an endangered species, and the benefit of using GIS for this sort of animal research is knowing the best locations and habitats for these species to live, which then means that if you're managing an endangered species, e.g. the pygmy possum, you can maybe target better places for protection and breeding grounds for the pygmy possum in the future. Anyway, back to the GIS viewer. So first of all, if you go up here to the top, you can see layers list. So if you just click layers list, then over here on the left hand side, a few different pieces of information pop up: drainage, contours, aspect, boulder fields, climate. At some point in the two tasks that you're doing in relation to this, you will use each one of those different layers. Okay. Second, to return to this page view, you will be able to click Initial Viewer, okay, which will come in handy. And also very useful is the bookmark tool. So when you click on the bookmark tool, this takes you directly to the individual locations, okay? So Byron, for example, and you'll be looking at information about everything within that yellow square for Byron. If you go back to the bookmark location, you can then visit other locations consecutively. So for example, Happy Jacks, White's River, okay, and again, if you ever need to return back to the initial view, you go back up here, top left hand corner, to initial view. Okay, so then within the layers list, the GIS data is displayed in layers. Layers are switched on and off using tick boxes on the layers list. Okay, so over here, say for example you want to look at drainage, we put the plus arrow, and then you might want to tick water courses, okay, and you maybe want to tick bogs and fens depending on what you're researching, or contours. And then the maps, when you go into the locations, will show you those features that you've selected on the layers list. Okay, plus and minus, minimize those so that it's easier to use and your screen doesn't get too crowded. If you want to zoom in and out, pretty clear that there's a zoom in button. So you click or tap, then drag an area of interest on the map and zoom to that location. See? Initial view. There's also a measuring tool, so you might need to find out about distance and area from two locations. And to find that tool, it's up there. And then you simply click and draw the measurement line and double click to finish. So if you might want to find out the distance from Charlotte's Pass to White's River, then you would use that tool. A couple more things here. There's also, and I'm going back to initial view, identify tool. So this is identify. Okay, and you select this tool and click on a feature to reveal more information about the feature, and additional information will appear over the other side on the left hand side of your screen. And then you also can return to layers list or initial view. Right, so that's just a really quick overview of how to use the Mountain Pygmy Possum on the Edge resource for GIS mapping, and you're about to delve into some learning tasks where you will get to explore that a little bit further and have a go. It's quite easy, and there'll also be videos explaining each step of that process, so I hope you enjoy it.